Hey YouTube, Darren here. Going to be kind of an update as to what all's going on. Going to do some shout outs. Going to talk to you about some stuff. And if any of you have watched my channel for any length of time, you will know that there are two things that I do not work on. I do not work on weed eaters, and I do not work on push mowers. Having said that, got to work on another push mower. Hey, I don't know. Let's do some shout outs. Sulphur City Designs, guys, for all your off-road mower modding and stickage needs. Custom work decals, t-shirts, hoodies. Can't freaking beat them. Southern Off-Road Mowers on Facebook. Go to it. Post some junk. Yeah, we love it when you do, but you don't have to. Christopher Russell. Annie Alvarez. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Darren Tracy. Tom Carlton. Thank you for subscribing. Enrico 2810. Thanks, man. Stephen Stanley and Craftsman Cole on the Google Plus there. Thanks for subscribing, guys. I appreciate it. And these are the people that have shared the videos. Moon Mutter. Devin Dampier. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong the other day, man. Jordan Skillen. Thanks for sharing, Jordan. O2 Warrior. Thanks for sharing all those videos. T-Man Mutter. Ford Lawn Man. Mac9902. Thanks for sharing. And Mike Mayhem down there. He's also one of my admins on Southern Off-Road Mowers on Facebook. Thanks for sharing the videos, guys. Now, if they gave me the correct parts, we're going to go through that carburetor. Okay, guys, now we're back. This mower in question, it's a Yard Machine brand, but it's a Briggs & Stratton motor. It's a 4.5 horsepower. It runs badly. It runs and surges, and then does a run and surge and run and surge. And this is actually one that we kept. This was given to me. Somebody, I want to say it was on somebody's junk pile on the side of the road or something like that, and I asked them, did they want it or could I have it, and it was out on the road. There were two of them, and one of them I fixed, I want to say, and I gave it to somebody that needed it. You know, it's, I mean, nothing super duper about these things. And this one we kept because we use a push mower as well on different parts of the property. But it's doing a lot of surging. This is a gasket, diaphragm, and this Outdoor Equipment Products. It is an Oregon brand, and if y'all have watched me a few times, you know I kind of like these because I am cheap, and these are as well. $2.29 for the diaphragm and the gasket. So it's not too bad. Like I said, I'm hoping they gave me the right part. I wasn't sure. There was two, and they weren't sure. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy pulled apart. Yeah, I am back at work. Yesterday, Tuesday, was my first official day at work, and it went okay. I mean, yeah, I can hop around pretty good. My leg's getting better. It still hurts a lot. It hurts more than I thought it would. If I had actually known it was going to hurt quite this much, I would have stayed off one more week. But it's tolerable. That's about all I can say. So, guys, if this happens to you and they tell you can take off the full time, might not be a bad idea. But it's okay. It's doing pretty good. Still got the brace on and everything. But one reason it was so painful, the regular day turned into doing some emergency work, so ended up being like a 13-hour day. So that was kind of long, especially on the gimp leg. But you got to do it. So now, okay, guys, you can see I've already done some stuff on it. This is just the top plastic shroud. Unless you want to get fancy and take off the pull cord, just get you some. These are 1/4 inch. And 1/4, actually, 1/4, and take them off, back it up, just like that. Air cleaner comes off with a flat head. Now this guy and this guy are going to get put out of the way. You can look down in there and see it's kind of junky looking. So, more to come, guys. Okay, guys, now you're going to have 5 Phillips heads. Just go through and go ahead. I'm not taking them off yet. I'm just breaking them all loose. Just to get everything where I can kind of look at it. Go ahead and take off this little rubber boot. Set it aside. Now, if you need to take a picture of this linkage setup, go ahead. Nothing wrong with it. I take a lot of pictures when I'm working on stuff I'm not used to. But I've done these a lot before growing up. So, we're going to go ahead and move along to the next step. Then I want to show you something. We're going to have to take the gas tank off. To do that, there's a 1/2 inch, it's a 1/2 inch or it's a 13mm bolt right here. You're going to unbolt that, and then you'll be able to kind of give you a little bit of freedom and wiggle room, and you'll be able to work everything off. But I'll show you that in just a second. But these are gas tanks, and this carburetor is set up to where the gas tank obviously holds fuel, and it pulls it up through the little siphon tube into a small little cup-like reservoir right up here at the top, right under this carburetor, and I'll show you that when we get to it. And it holds fluid there, and it pumps the fluid up to that reservoir, and the carburetor pulls the fuel from that little reservoir. That way, if your fuel tank ever ran low, you would still run as well until, of course, you ran empty. If it just pulled it from the bottom, just the loss loss of volume would make it run not as well. So these are kind of old style carbs. I don't know if I explained that well enough, but I may put a link up. Okay, guys, now I'll show you. We took that bolt out, set it aside. These 5 Phillips head screws, we took them loose. Now we're dropping. There we go. Now, that's the tube I was talking about that pulls the fuel up, and I'll show you that little small reservoir in just a second. But right now, we're going to kind of wiggle and adjust and get this carburetor to where it will come out. And sometimes you gotta kind of bend it. There we go. Didn't spill a drop this time. Now, you want to make sure when you have it off this far, you want to make sure that you clean this small screen filter. A lot of times you can pull it off. Make sure it's clean. And then this siphon tube here at the bottom has a small mesh filter as well. Make sure it's cleaned out. And while you got it, why don't you just pour all the fuel out and clean the clean the fuel tank out too, just for the heck of it. Alright guys, more to come.